Hello everyone, this is Lolly. Welcome back, and this is another installment of my Crafts Gone By series, and that's when I come across things in my stash or in my house that I used to be involved in creatively and I am no longer involved in. And with cleaning out my craft room, I couldn't believe when I found this blast from the past. And this is the D.O.T.S catalog from 1994 to 1995. And this is what started it all for me with adult paper crafting. And that is that my mother-in-law got invited to, let's see if I don't know if I can see it here. I'll find this here. My mother-in-law got invited to a D.O.T.S stamping party. And this was on, no, it wasn't this one. I'll find it when I come across it. It was this little leaf stamp right here. Okay. This was on the invitation, on an invitation, and it was colored in. It was so pretty. I fell in love with it, and I knew I really wanted to go to that stamping party. So this was the catalog, and as you can see, I cut the spine off, and I had put it in page protectors, and I did that for every catalog that I ever had from them. This was my other next favorite stamp. So loved it. So what a blast from the past. So you could see this was 1994 and 95. I have subsequently gotten rid of all of the other catalogs that I'd gotten from them. But look at this. I still have that stamp. I still use that a lot. So many of these stamps I've gotten rid of, actually. My goodness. Any of you who have been D.O.T.S demonstrators in the past, you will, or you remember going to a D.O.T.S party. And so I'm just flipping through here while I'm talking, and I've got it elevated, so hopefully that the glare will not be on it. I haven't looked at this forever. I don't know that I can get rid of this just yet. I'm having too much fun looking through it. And they had these. I don't even remember these tints. I never got them. Oh my gosh. I've had almost every color of these, and they were still good, and you couldn't re-ink them. And the big problem with them is the sides of the plastic were too high, so you could only use stamps that fit into the pad. You couldn't use it for bigger stamps. So they learned their lesson after that. My gosh. Anyway, so I was a demonstrator for about 4 years. I mean, I signed up to sell this before I had even picked up a stamp in my hand. I signed up as a D.O.T.S demonstrator. D.O.T.S stood for Dozens of Terrific Stamps. And, oh cute, oh my gosh, those little ghosts are fun. I still have this guy, I still use him as well. Anyway, and so I don't know how long it was. I think it was probably 3 years into it as I was a demonstrator that they put this up here, that they split, and scrapbooking was becoming a big thing. So they kept the stamping line as D.O.T.S, and they created a scrapbooking line called Close to My Heart. And so there were 2 catalogs for the last year that I was a demonstrator. So you had the Close to My Heart scrapbooking catalog and the D.O.T.S Dozens of Terrific Stamps stamping catalog. So those were the 2 lines there. And then after I quit being a demonstrator, they joined it all into one catalog, calling it Close to My Heart, and they got rid of the whole D.O.T.S line. But while we're at it, here is another one of the rainbow pads that I had. And this one is when the pad started to get up a bit above the plastic, which was really helpful. And then when they got into the scrapbooking line, I actually got some of their inks. I've got these 3 here, 4, 5, count. Sunflower, Smoky Plum, Aspen Green, Shell Pink, and Moonstruck. And, oh, I have more. Raspberry and Peach Whip. So I have 7 of them. You see, some of these are really yellowed. They were all this color white when I got them, so you can see how yellow they are. But they also came out with markers that would match. There's the Moonstruck, the Raspberry, the Sunflower, and the Peach Whip. I didn't get them all. Just out of curiosity, I will tell you that I may have used these markers once when I got them, So they have been sitting in my cabinet since the late 90s. Okay, so what do you think? Shall we give her a whirl? So you had one that was a writing tip. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's doing well. And one was a brush tip. That's juicy. Now all my Marby markers dried up when I didn't use them. This is a surprise to me. I'm really shocked. I have no idea how juicy these are. Shall we see? Let's try the Moonstruck. I don't even know which ones. Not too bad, not too good either. So I don't know which ones I have re-inkers for. I will have to look and then figure out whether I'm even going to keep them. I got rid of the old pads. So also, I found some things that I had made when I was doing dots. And this is one of their stamps. I hope you feel better soon. And this is so simplistic. When I look at this, I kind of cringe, but it is what it is. I put some of that holographic shredded Mylar in here with Alka-Seltzer, a chocolate, and a Band-Aid. I thought that was pretty fun, and I used to put Tylenol, whatever I could get in these. We used to get these sample sizes in the mail, and I would just save them and put them in these little care packets. Again, for you, it's one of their stamps, and the heart was one of their stamps. Very simplistic. It doesn't even look like I cut that right. It looks really bad. Boy, very simplistic. Now, this one was at the same time period, but I hand wrote that. It's more fun with you. And yes, these are from the late 90s. Those are very hard marshmallows. Now, a friend of mine made this, and she did this in the computer, Christmas dust, but this is one of our stamps. On Christmas Eve, sprinkle this Christmas dust on your lawn. The sparkle of the glitter and the smell of the oats will guide Santa and his reindeer to your home. And it's, I don't know if you could see, it's got glitter in it. Pretty cute. And one more, I did throw away a lot of my pop-ups, but I did this one here with the shells and little fish that were that were stamps of theirs. I can see in here. It's like I put acetate on top of sequins, so it's like a shaker, but the acetate is just sitting on top, and the fact that you fold the card down over it keeps it down in there. I should look to see if I still have the pattern for this, because I taught a class on it once, but I shouldn't remember how I did that. Let me know if you're interested, and I'll look for that pattern. I probably still have it. And I have actually, without even thinking, got rid of a lot more of the crafts that I had made with my D.O.T.S stamps, and didn't even think to do a video until I came across these, and I thought, should have done a video on that. So leave me your comments down below. Are you familiar with D.O.T.S? Back when it was D.O.T.S and not close to my heart? Thank you so much for watching, everyone.